Fun that we're having here. Leave a comment on Speed Tour TV and YouTube, but we got to make this fun. Group 6, Group 12 at Circuit of the Americas. What's more fun than that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I love it. Well, here we are in your backyard. Jonathan, take us to the green.
Yep, here we go. Side by side, the Viper and the Corvette. Two massive, big American muscle names going side by side and head to head in our Group 6 12A helmet race. Let's just pause and listen to them roar. And the Corvettes have got the run on the Vipers for sure.
Yeah, Jody O'Donnell smoking his tires in that 46, but got the run there on Jerry Robinson. Claire Schwindeman coming up now. Like we were saying, this is kind of the last race of the season. Everybody's like, I can repair the car in the offseason. I want that gold bell helmet here, Jonathan, as they come through the Bennett Bridge Hall S's.
They're going to be hard pushed to beat Clute, though. He was excellent yesterday. He's excellent again today. He's got a great hole shot and a good start. Through comes the 37. That of Claire Schwindeman bouncing off the curves nicely. And chasing hard down on the 111 of Jonathan DeGainer in that Devon Evolution.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we might have 5 or 6 helmets in contention in this race as Kurt Vogt gets right behind his friend Claire Schwindeman in that Ford Boss 302.
So that's because there's different classes within the class, so to speak.
Different
you've got 6 and 12A, but then you've got,
You got 6 GT, 6A advanced production, 6B production. You've got 6 Trans Am, meaning it's set up as they race in the Trans Am series. So lots of different classes out here as we see John DeGainer there in his Devon, but man, it looks like Kurt Vogt right behind Claire Schwindeman. There's those Vipers. The Shelby GT 350 is a huge mix of cars, taking the lines very different through Customers Bank Turn 11.
Yeah, got a quick glance of Peter Dolan in the 76 Shelby GT 350 going through shot. Here comes the 37 Schwindeman. Under braking. And quite different cars, the Mustang and the Corvette, but whoa, side by side, the 76 not giving up. Peter Dolan holding in there in that beautiful GT 350. Oh, I wouldn't take that racing. It's priceless, but I love it.
Yeah.
You'd have to take it out, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd have to, and Peter Dolan really good behind the wheel of the car. I believe Claire Schwindeman is in a 6 GT, meaning he's probably in a 427 cubic inch Corvette. The car ahead of him, John DeGainer's in a 327 Corvette engine in that Devon with parts of an MGA frame.
Oh, wow. So they're about to complete the first lap, and more to come here as Jerry Robinson. Let's take a look at how he gets in terms of close to Peter Clute. In fact, Robinson drops to 3rd place, and it's Jody O'Donnell now moving to 2nd with a 226. But Peter Clute pulling away at the front.
A long-time battle between Jody O'Donnell and Peter Clute. They know each other really well, as do John DeGainer and Claire Schwindeman. So we've got a Viper fight for Group 12. We've got a Corvette fight for Group 6 GT. Now here's our Group 6 BP production class. Those 2 Mustangs there coming through, a Shelby GT 350 and the Boss, but Scott Shadle in that light blue Camaro,
lovely,
also Group 6 BP.
I just love the color of it too. It's an awesome car.
I do too. Yeah, so boy from New York's leaving comments. Where's the Supra today? The Supra that came out and made a 2-lap cameo in this race. I met him on the podium. Yeah, I met him on the podium with Trans Am.
I noticed he didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about that. He was very political about that, but that was a pretty funny moment for me here. But back to this Bell helmet Group 6 race. Jody O'Donnell now, it looks like he's having trouble with some grip there on his tires, trying to keep up with Peter Clute. And Jerry Robinson really holding a gap. What happened to that blue Viper of Wade Cole? There he is, but he's fallen way back. As they come through Customers Bank Turn 11. And it's Peter Dolan and Kurt Vogt going at it. Both Kurt Vogt in a Group 6 TA, Peter Dolan in Group 6 BP. Woo, look at that. That light blue Mustang just hanging it out at Customers Bank Turn 11. Some debris on the track there.
A little bit, but I think there's some paper rather than anything heavy.
That Viper, that huge rear wing on that big Viper should have the downforce to keep those rear wheels planted. Big advantage over Peter Dolan, but Peter Dolan good on the brakes there coming into turn 12. And Kurt Vogt right behind him in that beautiful grabber blue Ford Boss Mustang.
Yeah, I know there's guys out there on YouTube going, I wish we had microphones. Unfortunately, the microphones we've got are on the cameras, and they're some distance with this massive circuit. I know you'd want to hear the sound a bit more, but we do too. But I can assure you, as they roar by here, it is glorious. But you'll just have to come down, guys. You can hear them when you're here, but no, television doesn't give you the full scandalous levels.
You can feel them when you're here.
Oh, you can feel them, yeah.
Yeah, we can feel them just coming by the booth there. I mean, they rattle everything.
Clute, O'Donnell and Robertson. That's your top three. Cole, fourth. De Gainer in fifth now. De Gainer's just moved up to fourth. Schwendemann now fifth. Cole, sixth. Dolan, seventh. Voigt, Robo in ninth. And Schadel in 10th.
That's Sandberg there, and Schadel going at it. Sandberg in that number 84. Look at that. It looks like he's got the power coming up into Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers turn one. Jim Sandberg from Texas. Taking it to Scott Schadel there.
Used to seeing Scott Borchetta in Group 6, of course. Mass,
Yeah.
I think he had 27 wins in his Corvette.
Yeah, really miss having him out here. Hopefully we'll see him out here pretty soon. It was great seeing him at the Big Machine.
Yeah, did a good job in commentary,
Music
too.
City Grand Prix. Did a fantastic job there, yeah. But man, I love this is the most Vipers I think I've ever seen in one race.
Keep thinking Lee Saunders is going to join him.
Yeah, he was here today, but not racing,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Why not? He's got some setup he wants to do for next year.
Okay.
But it's really cool to see how these Vipers and these Group 6 cars are competitive with each other. I mean, there's probably 30 years of technology between them, but still competitive.
Good little three-way battle here. Viper, the Mustang, and the Corvette. The Viper coming up the inside of 11.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Jonathan, and one of these drivers would come to you and say, I'm going to give you my car, my track day car for you to take on the track. Which one would you pick?
Ford Mustang.
Which one of those two Mustangs?
The blue, the American colored one, of course.
The GT350.
Yeah.
It's a good choice. Yeah, I like that. I like that era, that fastback. I like that, but I also love the lines of the Boss 302.
Yeah, true. But you got to go classic. And
Yeah.
my longtime commentator, co-commentator from Australia has a fastback in his garage, just like that he rebuilt.
Wow.
He bought it in the States, and he's been lovingly building it. Steve Martin, if you're watching, I hope it's going well.
Nice. Yeah,
with that
exactly.
Fastback.
Now, Kurt Voigt's car, let's get a shot of this when he comes up to the camera operator, turn one. He seems to be smoking out of the rear end of that
Is it a cigar
Boss 302,
or cigarette, or what is he
yeah.
actually smoking? You think?
I don't know. Maybe it's oil, it looks like. The Boss 302, the Grabber Blue. Rob, if you hear me up there at turn one, the Grabber Blue Boss 302 coming around turn 20 right now. You're going to see him. He's in second place behind the white and blue Mustang. I saw some smoke. Yeah, that car second in the shot there was smoking on us pretty good.
Okay, well, we'll take a look.
Here he comes. He's panning down. There's Jim Sandberg there. And not sure. I'm hearing that we have a fire at turn 3, so I'm not sure what's happening here. We're going to have to go. See anything at turn 3?
This is turn 3.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there.
It's a bit hazy.
Yeah, it is. Bennett Bridge Hall turn there. Let's see. Here's that 23 we were talking about. I was seeing some smoke, and the front of that car is dragging just a little bit. But Kurt Vogt, who builds these cars and runs Cobra Automotive, is a good wheelman, so I don't think so. I think maybe that was just some tire smoke as he released 12, and I'm hearing safety car stand up. So we might be going full course caution here in this Group 6, which could bring it all back together.
Yeah.
We are double yellow.
There you go. Full course yellow then for some sort of incident at turn 3, but we didn't see it as we passed through there, so it must have been somebody who's pulled off or got out of the way, but has got trouble and needs to be attended to. Too sweet. And there's that smoke you were talking about. Look, you're quite right. I forgive you, because I didn't see it before.
It wasn't a fire. It was the driver got out of the car. And so usually when the driver gets out of the car, it's because it's on fire. So they have to react like it is a fire.
Yeah. So safety car is out. Clute still leading O'Donnell and Robinson here in our Group 6 and 12A helmet race. So they don't really want to stop proceedings, but they've had to. You know, it's only when you're above on the drone that you see how beautiful this triple apex, and basically it's the reverse of the Turkey complex from Formula One. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's so what you've got is a combination. Stadium section is Hockenheim in Germany. The S's are after Silverstone Maggots complex, and yeah, the Turkey, the triple apex is from Turkey.
Listen, I just know that the directors want to go to commercial. I haven't eaten today, and they're just about to show me that Mission Foods commercial. That's just going to be.
We won't do it.
That's going to be absolute torture.
We actually came up for Juan Gonzalez with Adam Andretti was talking about Adrian Newey's twiddly bits. I'll tell you about them after this break with Mission Foods.
Hungry for SVRA action? Well, the best way to enjoy classic auto racing is with a delicious classic from Mission Foods. Green flag your race-watching snacks with Mission's mouth-watering race day recipes. Try some of our tasty tacos, piled high nachos, fresh chips with guac, and more. So gear up your ride and fuel up those stomachs with delicious Mission Foods. Now that's too fast, too tasty.
You've got a business to run, big and heavy products to ship, and customers who need them now. When you've got the right driver and the right equipment, you can bet on a spectacular result. Bennett understands complex logistics and puts the best team, the most time, and the latest technology into every customer relationship. So you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the race. Let us handle the rest.
Together, we can move anything.
Welcome back. We're under caution here. We've had some sort of incident. We're not 100% sure yet. There was talk of fire, but more importantly, a driver out of the car, and therefore, obviously, we want to be under caution. And
I'm getting roasted by a boy from New York. I don't know how he knows that I have an ice cream problem, but he says leave room for ice cream on our comments.
He's got you, Dan. He's met you before.
Yeah. But that commercial, man, it gets me every time.
He's got to be our fan of the year. Is there a prize at the gala dinner for a boy from New York?
There
We've
needs to
got to
be.
give him a shout out.
Yeah, but I'm seeing from C. Dolan 135. She's saying go Pete, number 76. Hearing from Irwin, there was a fire at turn 3. And
hang on, how does Irwin know? And
I don't know. He might be here watching.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, he's probably sitting there as a marshal.
But Lauren, who is running all over the place, was able to bring me, what'd she call it, a chewy bar?
Yeah.
Granola, chocolate.
Well, you'll have to wait.
Chewy.
You can't have that during the race. That'll bung you up and slow you down.
No. I'm going to do it here, Jonathan. I'm going to step off for a second and take a bite.
I'm going to step off the limb now. One small step for Ben. So we're under caution, and no change at the front, as you can imagine. And Kelly Parks says she's looking for 13. Looking for 13. West Parks.
I'm hearing on race control that 314 has been passed by 2 Vipers, so we're going to see if we need to sort that out.
No, Jonathan, laugh out loud, says boy from New York. Can't help it. What can I tell you? Okay.
One more lap under caution, I think, and then we're going to be able to go back to green. And, man, Jody O'Donnell, where's Peter Kloot?
I know, that's the one thing that's different. That could be it. He's disappeared.
Our leader is gone, so Jody O'Donnell, the ex-tight end in the NFL, is going to be taking it and taking us to the turn 1 after the green flag.
The other day.
What's that?
Is that the man you brought in the booth?
No, that was Scott Dolphy.
How many NFL
there are
players
a lot
have
of
we got?
ex-NFL players. We had one with us at Daytona in IGT last weekend. But they get out of the NFL and they still want to do something competitive, and golf just isn't it. But I think they're coming to take the green flag, Jonathan.
Here we go. Yep, green flag waves, and away we go. And it is O'Donnell at the front. The Viper chasing him down. DeGainer in the 111, trying to get ahead, and he does, into second place. And the 37 of Schwindemann now raking his way. Another Corvette, the 84, up the inside, sneaking up. Sandberg, whoa, gets his nose cut off for trying. But O'Donnell now leading the way. Jody O'Donnell in that 1967 Corvette at the front.
Claire Schwindeman, the man from Texas, Dr. Claire Schwindeman, our neonatologist. In his other life, he operates and works on premature babies. So a hero there is Dr. Claire Schwindeman.
Yep. And at the weekends, he races that 65 Chevrolet Corvette. Love it.
You know, we talk about that, but the paddock of an SVRA Trans Am weekend is full of some of the coolest, most interesting people in the world. When you get to know what they do in real life, and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And it's really cool to see. But right there, Dr. Claire, what a hero. You know, he's a neonatologist, but also out here racing a Corvette with us. We got to love that.
Yeah, it's really cool. So we've had a bit of a pause to the action here, but it's fast and furious again. The lights on the Viper as he slings shots his way around the outside to try and make it before turn 12, but that's going to leave him hung out to dry on the outside this time anyway.
Good Viper battle here. The ACRX, I believe that's an ACRX, so Wade Cool, but it's not listed in the system. But then Jerry Robinson in a proper, like, street-going Dodge Viper. So, but we saw Wade Cool fall back, but that caution really cost Jerry Robinson. So let's see if Jerry Robinson there in that green Viper can get back at Wade Cool. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, Wade. Please tell me if I'm not. That's a 2002 Dodge Viper. Jerry Robinson in 2010. And that's John DeGaynor in second place in Group 6 GT, just behind Jody O'Donnell. So happy to have Jody O'Donnell back with us here in SVRA. He kind of took a hiatus there for about 1.5 to 2 seasons, and it's so glad to have him back. But they go side by side, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, that's good racing. Oh, and he's got the grunt, has DeGaynor. No question.
DeGaynor in a 327, but if I'm not mistaken, and maybe our comment section could tell us, that Viper should have a V10. I think they're 488 cubic inches.
You'll be pleased to know we're getting up to David Hobbs' schmozzle level.
And what did he call the clag?
Clag.
They get into the clag. I always really like that.
You see, he's from up north where I'm from, and there's a lot of clag out there. Him and Brian Redman grew up with listening to their stories.
Look at this battle, though. I love this Group 6, Group 12, especially when we have all these Vipers. Jerry Robinson, we don't often get to see him have battles with equally yoked cars, so it's good to see him out there running.
Yeah, very good point. Now, O'Donnell's lead, what, 3.3 seconds now over Cole. And Wade Cole's really come good in the last few laps. Took him through the caution, and now going good.
I have confirmation from the, what was the comment? Irwin says, yeah, the Vipers are V10s.
Well, of course the Vipers are V10s. I could have told you that.
I would have gone 50-50 on it. Kurt Vogt's still smoking out of the back of that number 32.
Oh,
Boss 302.
I thought they only had V10s in the Vipers. Is there...
Then maybe, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know they were sexy cars.
That's really why the Viper's such a heavy car, yeah. But in a straight line, you talk to Lee Saunders, he says it's a missile.
Oh, yeah. And look at that, Claire Schwindeman now right behind John DeGaynor. John DeGaynor getting mixed up in that Viper melee there, and now it's brought Dr. Claire Schwindeman right behind him.
Dolan behind him in 6th, Voigt 7th, Sandberg now 8th, Griffiths 9-9. Robo in 10th position now.
Claire Schwindeman able to outbrake DeGaynor. This has been a fun race here, Group 6, Group 12A at Circuit of the Americas for the Mission Foods Austin Speed Tour. And you love these American muscle cars, don't you, Jonathan?
I do. And here you go, got the answer to it. Boy from New York says later they were forced to run V8s because they deactivated 2 cylinders. There you go.
Oh, okay.
See? White flag out!
That's actually what a lot of our Trans Am TA racers do. If it's raining outside, they'll just pull 2 plugs so they have more grip out there because those cars are just so torquey. As we see John DeGaynor coming up the hill for the last time in that Devon with Dr. Claire right behind him.
Yeah, these two are going for it, aren't they? Is there a helmet to be won between these two?
I think they're both 6 GT. So Jody O'Donnell is leading in 6 GT right now. And this should be the Group 12 helmet winner here which is Wade Cole in a 2002 Dodge Viper, blue and white.
But up to second now.
Ask Boy from New York if that's those, what are they called, the ACRX, or if that's just a Dodge Viper.
Okay.
But look at that.
He can hear you.
Look at that split bumper.